Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're tackling something that's honestly incredibly tough, but ultimately profoundly empowering. We're going to dive right into the deep, identity-altering pain of severe heartbreak and narcissistic abuse. But hey, we are absolutely not stopping there. We're using our source material today to map out a powerful, structured ascent right back to a vibrant, fulfilling life. If you've ever felt like you completely lost yourself in the wake of a toxic relationship, well, This Explainer is designed to help you find your way back.
We really have to start right in that deafening silence of heartbreak. You know that visceral feeling, right? Like you've literally been reshaped by a sculptor with a grudge. You're stuck in a place filled with the echoes of a ghost you just can't seem to shake. It honestly feels like someone aimed right at your trusting heart and boom, hit a dead center bullseye. You aren't just missing someone, you're feeling the active, ongoing pain of being fundamentally reshaped by someone else's cruelty.
So let's get into Section 1, The Echoes of Heartbreak. Our source material makes this really powerful point here. The absence of the person isn't the only killer. It's the terrifying, slow, agonizing realization that the person you used to be, they're completely gone. You're left to navigate a world that suddenly feels incredibly dangerous, and you feel utterly, completely alone doing it. It's not just a broken heart, guys. It is a totally fractured identity. Moving on to Section 2. When trauma changes you.
There is just this stark, heartbreaking contrast between who you were before and who you are now. Think about it. Before, you were open, trusting, maybe possessing a bit of naive optimism, right? You took spontaneous weekend trips, you sang in the shower, you had this easy, genuine laughter. But now you're built of layers of shields. You're hyper-vigilant. The joy of elaborate meals has been reduced to, microwaved dinners eaten in front of the TV. And that easy laughter? It's just a tight, strained smile that never quite reaches your eyes.
And the reason for this drastic shift makes total sense. Your trust was completely shattered by casual betrayals. Because of that, you naturally start to analyze every single word, every minor gesture for hidden motives. You've transformed the unknown, which, remember, used to be an adventure, into an unthinkable threat. Control is your new currency now, and you're hoarding it like a miser because vulnerability, that feels entirely out of the question. So the crucial question we really have to ask, and it's a question that hangs heavy in the silence of our sources, is whether this deeply scarred version of you is permanent. Can you actually ever peel back these guarded layers and rediscover that open heart? Or is this broken version of yourself just the new normal? Let's explore that in Section 3, Starting the Journey Within. As we shift from the sheer darkness of heartbreak into the proactive, empowering steps of recovery, the very first thing our sources make crystal clear is that healing is absolutely not a race. Actually, scratch that, it's not even a linear path. Instead, think of it as a structured ascent through 4 crucial, interconnected phases of personal growth. Let's break these down one by one, shall we? First up, we must acknowledge the reality of what happened. The emotional turmoil, the lost self-esteem, that intense confusion. Listen, these weren't accidents. The gaslighting and manipulation were deliberately designed to undermine your reality and leave you feeling lost. Recognizing these scars is essential, but you absolutely cannot let them define your entire narrative. You really have to see them for what they are, inflicted wounds, not character flaws. Next, you enter the journey within. This is where you have to navigate those incredibly raw, difficult emotions. You can't just bypass the anger, the sadness, or the fear, tempting as that might be. You actually have to use them as stepping stones. Our source materials highly recommend utilizing tools like journaling, creating art, or practicing meditation. These tools foster the deep introspection you desperately need right now to slowly, gently reconnect with your true, authentic self. Now, what's truly fascinating in our sources is the specific focus on reigniting your passions. Think about it. During the period of narcissistic abuse, you likely abandoned your own desires just to constantly adapt to the needs of the narcissist. Reclaiming these specific areas, whether it's creativity, going back to school, focusing on your physical health, or traveling, is absolutely vital. This isn't just about getting a new hobby. It's literally the mechanical process of rebuilding your enthusiasm for life. Which brings us to Section 4, Setting Boundaries and Rebuilding. As that authentic self begins to reemerge, we've got to learn to fiercely protect it. And that brings us to Step 3, Setting Boundaries. Let me tell you, one of the most powerful lessons you will take away from surviving a toxic relationship is the absolute, non-negotiable necessity of boundaries.
You must empower yourself by taking a really hard look at your current relationships. From this point forward, it's crucial to surround yourself exclusively with supportive individuals who respect and uplift you. You are essentially building a safe emotional greenhouse where your healing can actually take root. And that leads seamlessly into step 4, which is fully embracing your resilience. You really have to acknowledge the incredible strength you possess just to be here working on this. A super powerful way to harness this innate strength is by engaging in recovery communities. Sharing your story, whether that's in a local support group or online, can profoundly speed up your own healing process, while simultaneously inspiring and uplifting fellow survivors who might still be stuck in the dark. Moving into our final stage, Section 5, redefining your life's purpose. Let's look at how our source actually defines purpose here. It's not about societal expectations or what your parents or friends think you should be doing. Not at all. It is a deeply personal, ever-evolving concept based entirely on your inner fulfillment. Consider how your unique experiences and the hard-won wisdom you've gained from surviving all this abuse can manifest in the real world. This might mean shifting to a career that finally aligns with your core values, dedicating time to volunteer for a cause you care about, or simply committing to rigorous, unapologetic self-care. The ultimate takeaway of this explainer is just incredibly empowering. The path to healing absolutely requires you to honor your experiences and look at them clearly, for sure. But it also desperately wants to remind you of one core undeniable truth. You are not defined by your past. A beautiful, vibrant, and genuinely fulfilling life isn't just some pipe dream. It is actively waiting for you to claim it. I want to leave you with a final thought to reflect on as you continue your own deeply personal journey of healing and rediscovery. You've got the tools, you have the structure, and you certainly have the strength. So what's it going to be? Will you let the echoes of a ghost dictate your future, or will you use your hard-earned resilience to step confidently into a life filled with renewed purpose? The choice is entirely yours. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I wish you the absolute best on your ascent.